Hey guys, how's it going? So, today I am going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called the Republic of Pirates. As always, with all of my first impression reviews, I'm going to be playing the game for an hour or more until I am satisfied that I can give you guys my opinion on the game and tell you whether or not I can recommend the game. If you are in a hurry and you don't want to watch the full 1 hour or more of the video, then you can simply skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video. I will put the timestamp in the description below, and you can just skip to that timestamp if you only want to hear my quick, concise, final opinion on the game. But otherwise, you can just stay tuned and I will be playing through the game today, and I will be giving you my running commentary and telling you what I think is good and bad about the game as I play through the game today. So, this game is currently not released. It releases in about 2 days from me recording this video. There is a playable demo on Steam currently, even though this is not the demo, this is the full game that the developers sent to me. Speaking of the developers, I had a look at their Steam page, and like I never knew about these developers. I never saw like the publishers of this game are P-Cube, who are pretty well known, but the developers of the game are Crazy Goat Games. So I had a look at the other games that they made, and they made some free-to-play hidden object game, and then they made this game, which I've never heard about, which is also published by PQ, but this game wasn't received very well. It's 65% positive. It looks like some kind of a turn-based combat type game. Anyway, almost like Heroes, like Heroes of Might and Magic, almost. Anyway, 65%, not very good. Then I saw that they also have this game, Whispers of Cthulhu, that they are currently working on. And one thing that is interesting is, like, these two games seem very, very, very similar. Minimap at the bottom left, resources top left, there's a sun, and then the speed buttons, and then the settings button, and then stuff at the top, stuff at the bottom. If you look at Republic of Pirates, it's exactly the same. Minimap at the bottom left, resources top left, status thing there in the middle, exactly the same as this one, and then a sun and the speed controls and the settings button. Like, literally, look at that, it's exactly the same. The sun, speed buttons, settings button, and then this one as well, the sun. Even the icon looks very similar between those two. So it's just really interesting that they're working on two games that seemingly are exactly the same. Both are city builder games, and this one, both of them use the same UI elements and all of that kind of stuff. Both of them are not yet released, even though, like I say, this one is releasing in about 2 days from me making this video. But yeah, it's just weird that they're working on two different two of the same games at the same time, and both of them are city builder type games. It's just, I don't know, it's a little bit weird. But anyway, that's just something that I noticed, because I always, when I get sent a code from a developer that I don't know, then I always check out their previous games that I did. And so these guys did this game, and then this game, and then they're working on two of the exact same city builder type games. This one actually looks interesting, but It just looks interesting because it is like a Cthulhu type setting, I guess I can say, like a Lovecraftian setting. And you don't get too many games that are like in the Lovecraftian type setting, you know, especially city builders. But you can see it's literally like a city builder. You can grow wheat and stuff there, like it's literally the same as this game. You can also grow and stuff. It's like Anno basically at the end of the day, and I actually like Anno. I'm a big fan of Anno even since the old Anno games that I played probably 20 years ago. I'm actually a fan of these types of games. But yeah, it's just interesting that this developer is working on two of the exact same games, and that they are so bloody similar. So anyway, currently there's not a price available for this game, so I will just have to, at the end of the video when I make my conclusion, I will just have to basically say what I think the game will be worth, you know. So if the game turns out to be bad, then I might not recommend the game at all, or I will say, well, $5 or $10, you know. And if a game is very good, then I might go up to $40 maybe. I think Anno is for the most part around $40, even though the DLC practices of the developers of Anno are absolute dog shit. So Anno, if you want to buy the entire Anno with all of the DLCs, it's gonna cost you like around $100. So obviously I would not recommend Anno for that reason, unless you want to sail the high seas, which I definitely would recommend when it comes to Anno or any of the games developed by that studio. So anyway, let's jump into the game. The settings seem okay. I don't really have any issues with the settings. There is no motion blur setting, and there is also no depth of field setting, so I'm assuming the game doesn't have it. We will have to look to see if the game has depth of field. If the game does have depth of field and they don't allow you to turn it off in the settings menu, then that would be a negative. Otherwise than that, the game does not have a focus lost toggle. As you guys heard, when I alt-tabbed, the game has no audio, so the game is missing a focus lost toggle. So there should be a focus lost toggle here. Otherwise than that, the game doesn't have colorblind accessibility either. So that's something that is also missing in my opinion. Would be the colorblind accessibility as well. But in indie games, yeah, it's expecting a indie game to have colorblind accessibility. Usually they don't have it. It's just in the bigger studios that they have colorblind accessibility. I also don't see a quick save or a quick load button here, so we will have to see if the game actually has quick save, quick load. If it doesn't have quick save, quick load, then that would be a quality of life feature which is missing then as well, just like colorblind accessibility. So anyway, let's jump into the game. So this is campaign. There's also free play. So with campaign, honestly, these types of games, I prefer free play with these types of games, just because unfortunately you're gonna be playing on this map for like whatever, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours until you've completed the objective. And then you're gonna go to the next map and you're gonna lose your progress. And I don't like losing progress at all. It also says here available deposits, so you're not gonna have all of the deposits in the game. So I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of playing on a map that you cannot play 20 hours or 30 hours on. You know, like if I think about ANNO, any of the ANNOs, ANNO 1800 or even the older ANNOs, there are some maps in ANNO where I have spent 40 hours on a single map. And you cannot spend that much time on a map if you don't have all of the resources which will allow you to go into endgame and allow you to unlock all of the technologies in the game and all of that kind of stuff. So for that reason I would not play campaign, but the game does have a campaign if you want to play campaign, like a story campaign. But I think I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do free play. Let's have a look. This one, development flat map. Obviously the game is not yet released, so they will hopefully fix that by the time that the game is released. Available material deposits. The game doesn't show what that actually is, so that would be an issue. You know, the fact that the game doesn't show you. I mean, you can see it's iron and then crabs. I don't know what that is, don't know what that is, don't know what that is. So I don't know why they can't just give you tooltips here. You know, like how fucking difficult is it to just add tooltips here as well? There's no tooltips. Like, why don't they just give you tooltips? It's not so fucking difficult. So you can't select a different map. It's showing that one, and then over here it's showing that one, and over here it's showing that one. So I'm gonna assume the game is not like ANNO, where you start with a ship and then you can choose any of the different maps that you want. This game, it seems that you get assigned a map island from the beginning, which I'm not a fan of. I prefer the ANNO style of gameplay where you have a ship. Everyone starts with a ship and then you can choose a map. You can choose a island. You a lot of times will rush to an island just to be beaten by the bots. So I like that. I don't like this style at all. So there's 1, 2, 3 maps. That's very little. Like literally 1, 2, 3. That is incredibly little amount of maps. And then this one has coal. I'm assuming that's coal. This one has a lot of other stuff but doesn't have coal. So I'm not sure how the game will function in the late game. Like, will you be able to unlock all of the buildings and all of the technology, even though the game doesn't have coal? You see, that's the kind of things that I worry about. I don't like the fact that the maps are not generated when you start the map. All of these are pre-generated. I don't like pre-generated maps. I don't know why the developers would choose to have pre-generated maps instead of doing it the way that most of these types of games do it and have randomly generated maps. Honestly, randomly generated maps just allow for so much more freedom and replayability. Like with this current setup, you're gonna play 1, 2, 3 maps and then you're gonna be done with the game. Like, that's not good at all. It's nice that they show you exactly what changes between easy, medium and hard. That's very nice that they actually show you what changes. So I guess we will start with medium. I guess so. You can't literally change anything. All you can change is your map and your difficulty. You can't change anything else. So that's not good. I definitely don't like that. And on this one, you can't change anything. The Forgotten Archipelago. It's this one actually. This is the Forgotten Archipelago. This is the map, the campaign map. I actually would want to play on this map instead of on this map, because this map has a lot of small islands, whereas this one has a lot of big islands. You start on a smaller island, but there's just so much more other islands that you can actually have. But anyway, let's just start on this fucking one, and we do medium difficulty. So, to be honest already, I'm not very impressed by this game. The different choices that these developers have made so far seem to be far inferior to other games in the genre like ANNO. With the fact that maps aren't customizable, maps aren't randomly generated or procedurally generated. There's no tooltips at all available. You can't choose what resources you get on the map. It's literally set in stone, which, as I said, you're gonna play 3 maps and then you're gonna be done with the game. That's literally the entire free play mode. It's just 3 maps, and I mean that's very bad. Just 3 maps and then you're done with the game. That massively reduces the amount of replayability that the game will have. Okay, so will we get a tutorial or don't we get a tutorial? Okay, so those are combat ships. Holy balls, those ships have 2,400 health. Look at that shit. 7,000 health. 6,000 health. Why do the enemies start with such a hilarious amount of powerful ships? I start with 2 little shitty ships that have 660 health. These fuckers start with 7,000 health ships. So now, here at the left side, we can see zinc bars, salt, dried herbs, and crabs. You gotta love crabs. And then you can see what the other islands also have. So the game isn't like Anno where you have to explore an island in order to see what the island has. These ones, you are apparently psychic. Your captain is psychic and knows exactly what each of the different islands have. So I wonder how it works. Like, let's say I want iron ore and I want pigment, which my island obviously doesn't have. Do I literally have to go over there, kill everyone on the island, and then take over the island? Is that how it works? Like, I don't know how this gameplay style will actually work. I'm clicking this at the side, nothing is happening. So yeah, I seriously don't know. Holy shit, the rotation is very fast. I seriously don't know how the resource acquisition will function, but anyway. Okay, well, it seems the game doesn't have a tutorial. So we're just gonna have to try and figure the stuff out, to be honest. Okay, so let's see. Infrastructure. Road. Why is there so much lag when you select a building? Like, look at that shit. The amount of lag when you hover over a new building is crazy. Now it doesn't do it, but when I hovered it over it at the beginning, there was some real fucking lag. So traditionally, you do this. Required to grow the workforce of each island and can be upgraded when needs are met. Depot. Storage capacity. Dock. This is a dock, correct? Yes, that's a dock, so we don't need to build that one. Construction. What's this? Woodcutters lodge. Sawmill. Okay. How many workers do we have? 0. Okay, so we first need to build huts. The game is just like Anno, wherein buildings are built instantly. There's no wait time or anything like that. They're literally built instantly. I don't mind it if a game is a copy of another game. I've said this before multiple times. As long as the game is a good copy and not a dog shit lazy copy, then I honestly don't care if the game is a copy. There are plenty of games who are copies of other games, and then the copy, the game that is a copy, actually turns out to be better than the game that was copied. There are plenty of examples of that. So I honestly don't mind a game being a copy, as long as it's not a lazy fucking copy. How do you rotate? Okay, it rotated by itself, but now, like how... Let's see, there we go. Okay, so I had to figure that out on my own. Q and E. E rotates it, and then Q, what does Q do? Default, repair, downgrade, dirt road, upgrade, demolish. Okay, so you press Q to get a thing, and then you press E to rotate. Unfortunately, it seems that this game, you're gonna have to figure out a lot of shit on your own. Okay, so I've got people. Well, I've got huts now, but how do I get the people? Okay, there we go. Okay, so they're slowly pouring in, even though there's no animation for them pouring in. But apparently they're slowly pouring in. I've got 8 people now. Let's speed it up a little bit. How do you speed up? F1, 2, and 3. Why? Why is it not 1, 2, 3, 4? Building 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm not gonna use that. It should be 1. This input is already assigned. So I want to unassign it. Fuck you. I need delete. How do you delete it? Fuck you. Okay, I'm pressing numpad 1, numpad 2, numpad 3. Nothing is happening. So the game doesn't allow you to assign certain keys to certain actions, and that is complete bullshit. So let's just... Okay, can't do that one. I can't do that one. Like, what the holy hell is the point of allowing you to customize a button, but you can't use the button that is already in use? So you literally need to go through your entire keyboard and find a button that isn't in use currently. Then you can assign it to this one, and then you can go up and assign number 1 to that button. Like, how fucking obtuse is that bullshit? So now I'm gonna do Control 1, Control 2, Control 3, Control fuck you, and now I can go up and do 1, 2, 3, 4. How fucking obtuse. Seriously, this game is not impressing me in the fucking slightest already. When do more people come? Because I've got plenty of living space. Like, we're running at 4 times speed here. And we're not getting more workers. Staying at 1 out of 10. So they're asking for fish and marketplace and rope. But obviously, currently, all I can do is... Like, I can't make a marketplace. I don't have wood. I have the sawmill, but I don't have the workers for the sawmill. So, I can unpause while you actually make wood. Because you don't have enough workers. Okay, so they're actually making wood, so that's fine. It's not very efficient. It's 40% efficiency. I would have wanted to pause the building until we receive more workers, but we're not receiving more workers. So now we just wait. We're running at 4 times speed already.
A poor old man came riding by, and we say so, and we know so. A poor old man came riding by, oh poor old man.
Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, aye. Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, aye.
You can't zoom out more. This is the maximum amount of zoom.
Aye, Captain.
Who's that? Are you guys friendly? Holy hell, this rotation is incredibly fast. Enemy ship. Okay, yeah, they're gonna fuck my shit up.
Aye, aye. Aye, aye. Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain. Aye.
So are the stuff on the ship, I'm assuming? Or not? Does it get sent straight to... Oh, okay, that's interesting. So it gets sent straight to your city. You don't, it's not like ANNO where you need to bring the stuff back. That gets sent straight to the city, which is very unrealistic, I have to say. Okay, how much wood do I have now? Oh, you actually have to click on it. Okay, so I've got 30 timber. So I can build a marketplace. I like the music, I have to say. It's nice and upbeat. When you press spacebar, you jump to your ships for some fucking reason. I press spacebar out of habit because I've played so much ANNO. In most games, spacebar is the button that you use to unpause the thing. Okay, so now hopefully I will get more people because now they have the marketplace supply. So we can use these guys to explore some more. There's something over here. What's this? Defensive tower. Okay, so I guess we don't want to fuck around over there, because they will be Not very happy, I don't think. Let's just save before we run into shit. Hey, we've got 16 people. 24 people now. It's really not easy to see around, because honestly this is not enough zooming out. You need to zoom out far more than what you are currently being allowed to zoom out. I don't see anything that can be looted. No, I don't see any lootables anywhere. I'm assuming that's all. Okay, are you guys happy now? We've got 35 workers now. Material storage reached. Okay. How do you unlock additional stuff? How do you get fish and open stuff like that? I've built everything now that I can possibly build.
Well, they combed their hair with codfish bones and we're on the way for Australia.
New building, fishing wharf. Oh, is that over there? Oh, okay. So perhaps that number over there is how you unlock new stuff, maybe. I guess. Okay, fishing wharf. Hover over the island on the tactical map to see production conditions. Build production buildings in relation to production conditions. Under poor production conditions. What do you mean? Fish. Oh, fish minus 50%. Okay, well, I mean, I guess there's not too much we can do about that now, is there? Not like we're going to be able to go to another island right now, so we're just going to have to tough it out. Okay, so we've got 2 of those, and then sugar, rum. So sugar is plus 50%. Does it matter where you build these or not really? Oh, okay, then you need to do sugar cane. Yeah, I like this music.
When the winds are blowing and the ship's searching.
A hemp plantation. And a rope maker. But I guess we need the hemp to make a rope. Ooh, a brothel. And let's see. Oh, okay. So the stuff respawns, I guess. The trash or whatever. So no, go back. So you basically want to constantly be patrolling your surrounding area for trash, I guess. Who's that? Enemy ship. Even though you don't actually need to be patrol, you just need to have a look around your island every now and then to see if there's any flotsam or jetsam. There's some.
Fire! Fire! Fire down below! It's that ship in the water, girls, it's fire down below!
I really don't like the fact that this is the maximum amount that you can zoom out. Like, honestly, it is not enough. Oh, no, my other guy wasn't selected. It's definitely not enough of a zoom out. You should be allowed to zoom out way more than this.
Aye, aye, Captain. Aye.
Now, you're literally losing out on a lot of resources if you don't constantly look for flotsam and jetsam. You're going to be losing out on a lot. And like I said, it does not help that the view is not very good, you know. Okay, so are you guys good now? We need 250 to reach our next level. Any upgrades we can do? We can upgrade the storage, but what would that even help really? What's the current storage? Like where does the current storage even show? Building material storage 10. 15, okay. So it basically increases it by 50%. Okay, so now we need hemp. How does hemp look? Minus 50% as well. That's not ideal. What can you do? I think they're happy with fish, pretty much. We can leave this place open and then rather build here to the other side. That's 71. No depot in range, okay. Happy. We can build multiple buildings to produce materials and fulfill worker needs. The housing, okay, I couldn't read finished.
Blowing right back into Liverpool town. Give me some time to blow the man down.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Was Liverpool even a city back in pirate times? Because I'm not too sure if it was.
Aye, aye, Captain. Aye.
Material capacity reached. Oh, okay, yeah. So I probably need the rum buildings then. Upkeep 40, that's a shitload. How do you even increase your upkeep? Like, honestly, I don't know how to increase your upkeep, the amount of money that you actually make. Okay, we're gonna reach the next stage pretty soon. Cotton plantation.
Aye. On a whaling ship. To hide on.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You can't queue actions either. I just tried to queue an action with shift, but they don't allow you to queue an action with shift. So that's another issue. Can't do action queuing, which is pretty standard in these types of games. Normally, action queuing is pretty bloody standard. We finally have a shipyard, so we can maybe build more ships.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Hired hands recruited. I've got no idea what that is, but we just unlocked a shitload of new buildings.
What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor?
Aye, aye,
Early
Captain.
in the morning.
Aye.
A cotton plantation. Cotton is 100%. I do really like this music. This is very good music. Better than ANNO's music, that's for certain. Just listen to the music. It's upbeat. It's just really good. What's this? Eligible captain can be recruited at captain since the total number of guided pirate captains is displayed here. Captain ins must be placed on captain in wreckage. Okay. I'm not sure what benefit we will really get from it. Let's hold off on doing that for now. Insufficient workforce. We're probably... Okay, well, the marketplace looks okay. Probably gonna have to build another brothel. How do you destroy stuff? Like, where's the destruction button? Like, literally, I want to destroy that road over there, and I don't see any way to do that.
I see you're a tired and a lofty ship to lead.
Aye, aye.
Sailing down along the coast of High Barbary.
Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain. Aye.
How the hell do you still have... Oh, is that hired hands? So, do you have to upgrade or what? Upgrade. Yeah, I guess so. Ah, yes, there we're getting hired hands now. We need 150.
Look ahead, look astern,
Aye,
look the
Captain.
weather in the lee. No high, no low, and so sail we.
Aye, Captain. Aye. Aye.
When the winds are blowing and the ships are gently rolling,
Aye, aye.
won't you be true to me?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Hey, brickworks, clay. Our money is slightly positive, at least. We don't have enough hemp. Probably need another hemp producer. The game isn't even released yet and I'm already earning defense. Clay deposits. Okay, so where will I find a clay deposit? There's a zinc deposit. Salt deposit. Saplings. Okay, so are you saying that my island doesn't have clay? Fantastic.
Drunken sailor, what will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor?
Aye, aye.
Morning.
Aye.
So which one has clay then? Okay, that one has clay. That one has clay. Yeah, my initial island doesn't have clay at all. Which doesn't make a huge amount of sense, since you would think that anywhere will have clay, because clay, of course, is just a different type of wet ground, essentially. But anyway, apparently my massive fucking island doesn't have clay.
Aye.
We can't get bricks. Holy hell, a shipyard costs 50. And so we won't be able to build a tavern since we don't have clay. So we first have to go invade another island and then we will get clay for a tavern. So let's first make sure our income is nice and high. You can't even select multiple buildings and upgrade them all at once, which is super fantastic. I also don't see that there's a shortcut key for upgrade, which is also super fantastic. Or hunting lodge. I'm assuming my island doesn't have boars. Well, it's 50% plus. Let's see. Oh, but it needs bricks, and we don't have bricks, of course. And the outfitter as well needs bricks, and we don't have bricks. So it seems we have hit a brick wall, so to say, without bricks. That also requires bricks. That also requires bricks. We are screwed without bricks. saplings. Okay, that should be enough hemp for our rope production. So the next step would be building the shipyard. And then
What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor?
building ships.
With a drunken sailor early in the morning.
Aye, aye. Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain. Aye,
I
aye.
wish you could just set your ships to automatically patrol a certain area, because this My Little Eye mini game is not very enjoyable. More of an irritation than anything else. Constantly having to look around for resources, and if you don't do it, then you lose resources. You literally lose resources. So not a huge fan of it, to be honest. Okay, so we've reached the maximum amount of sails. Teapots do not increase maximum storage capacity. Why not? I thought it would. So what increases? Oh, that does. Okay. Okay, so let's build the shipyard. Let me just see. What's stopping me from just upgrading all of these? Oh, the rope. I don't have enough rope production. Let's build another rope maker. Okay, that should hopefully push our rope up to a manageable amount. Holy crap, I need a lot of laborers. Are you happy with the range of the brothel? Well, no, not completely. It doesn't cover that top part. And the marketplace as well. We need another marketplace. we will do that, and then marketplace. And there we go, we've gone positive again. We need more planks. We've built quite a bit of houses now. I could make another plank place if I wanted to.
Oh, Tony's gone on a damn long trip.
Aye, aye.
Tom's gone to Hilo.
Aye, aye.
Holy crap, our rope is still not really enough. Even though we've built like 4 additional hemp places. And I think 1 or 2 additional rope makers as well. Okay, yeah, so I think we can pretty much build the shipyard now. We need a little bit more wood. Holy crap, the shipyard is big. So what can we make? Just a cog, nothing else. I can't change anything. Okay, I guess. Oh, okay. Sails improved. Sails. Cannons. So you need cannons or improved sails for the bigger ones, which I obviously can't do right now. What's this? Well, I'm not seeing anything change. Okay, so this is just appearances. You can change the appearance of your ship, which honestly I don't give 2 shits about. And then captains. Okay, so we want captains. Obviously. Okay, Increase performance when attacking a cog, catch, or bar queue. Increase performance when attacking break. So we're gonna make a couple of ships and then we're just gonna see if we can attack. I'm not sure how the attacking works. How the invasion of a different island works, all of that kind of shit.
Aye, aye.
Wow, that was quick. Okay.
The anchor come o'er, the cables all soared. We ride and randy dandy oh.
Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain. Aye, aye.
So I think maybe 5 will be fine, hopefully. I'm not sure. Let's save. You can't make this one inactive, unfortunately, so it constantly costs you 60. And this one as well. You can't make it inactive, it constantly costs you 40. So that's unfortunately 100 income wasted constantly. Okay. Oh, you can't even assign... You can't even assign groups, attack groups. That's fantastic. Awesome. Okay, so what place do we want to attack? Probably the biggest fucking place we can get. So that's iron ore, that's clay, crabs, coal. That's clay. All of these islands have less stuff than my island does. But this one is clay, crabs, coal. That is 2 stuff that I don't currently have on my island. Which is clay and coal. So I guess we can do this one over here. That's 3... Well, it's 2 cogs. Well, a cog and a catch and then a dock. And then this one is 2 defensive towers. I'm not sure how much damage the dock will do. If the dock will fuck us up, I'm not sure. Let's go find out, I guess.
Aye, aye. 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 Aye, aye. Aye, Captain. Aye, aye. Aye, Captain. Aye, aye. Aye, aye. Aye, Captain. Aye, aye. Aye, aye. Aye, aye. Aye,
You level up very, very quickly in this fucking game.
aye. Aye, aye.
Okay, so now how do you land on an island?
Aye, aye.
Like how does that work?
Aye, aye. Aye, Captain.
Do I need to kill these bastards up here as well?
Aye, aye.
Maybe?
Aye, aye. Aye. Aye, aye, Captain. Aye. Aye, aye. Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain.
Okay, let's see.
Aye, Captain. Aye. Aye. Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, the range is quite a lot.
Aye, aye. Aye. Aye, aye, Captain. Aye. Aye.
Okay. Du. So do we want to be on this side or on this side? Or on this side? I think let's be on this side. Yeah, that's the closest to this one over here. And it's also the biggest beach. This beach isn't so big. Okay, so my damaged guys can go over there. My dudes are already like level 17. Wow, so you just click on it just like that. Though materials are shared among all of our islands, workers are not. New houses must be built to rally potential workers for any production buildings constructed on new island. Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, so resources are completely shared, but workers are not. Okay, so that one is repaired. We can repair this one. It cost 500 to repair this one. And about 200 to repair this one. So it's not too bad. Considering that the entire ship costs 1,000.
The anchor's on board and the cable's all soared. To be right.
Aye, Captain.
So, can we just literally start building here? Oh, why does it need to be here? That's fucking stupid. Why do you need to place it there? Free traders, what's that? Free traders ship escort will not attack on sight. Huh? Trade offer is available for a limited time. Successful trades raise standing. Standing does not decrease for refusing a trade after hearing the terms. Okay.
Let us make a trade that benefits both parties, yes? We are all friends here, after all.
Okay. Offer 20 bricks for 4,000 gold. I don't have bricks. Trader will immediately depart. Faction standing will not be affected. Well, I don't have bricks. I'm so sorry. You're asking for something that I don't have. When was the game gonna tell me about the fucking diplomacy screen? So anyway, the game has some form of stuff. Trading and shit. It's really stupid that you have to... Hey, we engaged in battle. When did that happen? Oh, was that previous? It's really stupid that you can only place your dock on one fucking location. Like, seriously. Really irritating. So, as far as island management goes, the game is far more lenient with regards to not having to take resources and materials between your islands, because if you think about a game like Anno, and in fact most games like this, like Tropico and stuff like that, you have to move your items between the islands. I mean, that it's just logical, you know. I don't have an issue with that. In fact, I would almost prefer it to be that way, even though it does make the game more difficult, you know, not being able to just put your item, not being able to just use items willy-nilly, you know. You have to move items between the islands. That does make the game more difficult, but it does make the game more realistic as well, and I would actually prefer it if the game were more realistic, like Anno or any of the other games that require you to actually put the items on a ship and then take the ship to your other islands, you know. Like I say, it's more obtuse and more difficult to do that, but it is just something that is pretty standard in these types of games. So it's strange that this game doesn't do that. I don't have an issue with the game not doing it, you know. I don't have an issue with the game departing from the normal, you know, from the norm. In that regard, I don't really have an issue with that. It's just a little bit strange, you know. The fact that the game doesn't have a tutorial at all is going to be brutal for people who have never played these types of games. I have played pretty much every game under the sun like this game, you know, so I am, you know, I mean, you guys saw, I just picked it up and ran with it, you know. I am very knowledgeable when it comes to these types of games, be it Tropico or Anno or any of the other myriad type games. I mean, even Anno, like I said, I've been playing Anno since the old ones, like I was in fucking high school when I played Anno. Was it 1604, I think? And then there's also 1407, I think. Those old ones. I played those ones, and I played every other Anno under the sun. Like the 2000, what's that other one? 2214, some shit like that. I have them in my library on Steam. And I also have the latest one, which I think is 1800. But yeah, like with a game not having a tutorial at all, that is going to be brutal for people who are not familiar with these types of games, you know. It is definitely going to be brutal. So yeah, it's not good that the game doesn't have a tutorial. I'm okay with it, but you need to put yourself in the shoes of another person. You need to put yourself in the shoes of a person who has never played these types of games. So a person who has never played these types of games will not know what the fuck to do, you know. And that's not good, you know. The game is these types of games are not easy. They're not really like casual friendly or whatever you want to call it, you know. So yeah, the fact that the game developers didn't even bother putting a tutorial in the game. No connection to dock. That's a little bit brutal, you know. The game, the entry barrier to the game is going to be pretty brutal for a player who is not familiar with these types of games. Bloody hell, now I need the specialized guys. I can't even use the normal guys. So I'm gonna upgrade these ones, and then I'm gonna need to build the brothel and all of the other kind of stuff as well on this island. So yeah, the game is definitely not newbie friendly. I will say that much. It's definitely not newbie friendly. But once you understand the mechanics and all of that kind of stuff, or perhaps if you already understand it from playing other games like ANNO and Tropico and those types of games, then this game I think is much easier than ANNO and similar games, due to the fact that you don't need to bother with transporting items. That is going to be a very, very big difficulty step downwards from a game like ANNO. Like transporting items to and from your different islands is a big part of ANNO, and it is a big time sink in those games, and it's also a massive amount of the combat in the game, because when you are transporting items from one island to another island, you routinely get attacked in ANNO, and that is why you need to be very careful when transporting materials between the islands. Why does this one not want to start up? Or has it started up? What's that? No depot in range. Oh, okay. So this game is going to have a lot less combat as a result of the game not needing you to, or you not needing to travel between islands the whole time and setting up trade routes and all of that kind of stuff. This game doesn't need trade routes. This game doesn't need any of that shit. So the game, just because of that, just because of you not needing to worry about trade routes and moving items between your different islands, just because of that, the game is going to be a lot easier. It's simply going to be a lot easier and a lot more beginner friendly. Like the skill ceiling is not going to be nearly as high as it is in ANNO or anything like that, just due to the fact that you don't need to worry about transporting. So yeah, the game is definitely a lot easier than ANNO, I would say. I can't really say how the end game of this game will look. I can't see what we will unlock eventually. It's clear that you will unlock more, because if we look at the quests thing, where's the quests thing? you can see that it's just going to go on and on and on and on and on. This is the first level of population, which is laborers. Then there's the second level of population, which is hired hands, and then after that there's going to be another one, and perhaps after that there's going to be another one even after that. So it's very similar to ANNO, where you get the peasants, then you get citizens, then you get something else, then you get aristocrats. Like there's 4 or 5 different levels in ANNO, and it's pretty standard in these types of games. Tropico works on the same principle. So yeah, like I'm not sure how the end game will look, but I definitely would say there's at least, I don't know, at least 10 hours, maybe 15 hours that you can spend on a map like this. I mean, I'm 2 hours into the game now, and I've already destroyed my first island. So there are some big ships over here, like those, fucking 6,000 HP, 7,000 HP. So there's some big motherfucker ships in the game, but I will be able to build them before long. So yeah, I think probably 10-15 hours you should be able to get out of a map like this. Now that is definitely less than what you can get on ANNO. Like I said previously, I have had maps in ANNO where I've spent 40 hours on a single map, you know. I don't think you would be able to play that much on a single map of this game, simply because when I look at the different resources in the game, there are far fewer resources in this game. So yeah. And also you can just look at the ships, for instance. There's not a huge variety of different ships. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different types of ships. That already will tell you a lot that you need to know about the end game of the game. You know, once you have reached the year, you can pretty much end the game with these types of ships, you know. And it's also much easier to build ships in this game than what it is to build ships in a game like ANNO. In ANNO it's fucking difficult to build ships because you need to unlock cannons, and you only unlock cannons way later in the game. Once you've got a good sized island, and you need multiple resources like iron and gunpowder and a whole bunch of stuff like that. So just based on that fact, you will be able to finish a map like this in much less time than what it would take in ANNO. That much I can say for certain. We can upgrade that one. The upgrade system is really stupid. The only thing that upgrading does is it increases the capacity of the building, which is really stupid. I would have liked it if you could either do like on ANNO, where you can actually upgrade a building or put an item inside a building which will increase the productivity of a building. That is something that is much better than this fucking just upgrading a single building to increase the capacity. Like, that's very stupid. So the upgrading system is stupid. It's very surface level and very basic, honestly. They could have done a lot better with the upgrading system. Like, honestly, I have to say that the majority of the game is like ANNO, but it just falls short of the mark of being ANNO. Now, obviously, that is understandable, since this game is not a billion-dollar company, or the company behind this game is not a billion-dollar company like Ubisoft is with ANNO, you know. So comparing the two isn't exactly fair, but obviously this game isn't going to cost $40, $50, $60, all the way up to $100 like Anno does. You know, unfortunately, Ubisoft are absolute fucking scum when it comes to their DLC practices and many other practices as well, which would make me not recommend that anyone purchase their games. But you still have to compare the two games. You know, if you have $20, then you might want to play this game. But if you have $40 or $50, I'm not even sure what Anno costs currently. Let me have a look here quickly. The game's audio is going to fall away, as I said, because obviously the game has no toggle for focus lost. Wow, $60. It actually costs $60. That's crazy. I thought that they would have brought the game's price down by now because the game is 5 years old. So the base game of Anno costs $60, even though they do have the game on sale multiple times for 75% off. And the game is also available, I think, on the Ubisoft Plus, even though I wouldn't recommend that you spend that kind of money. You can honestly just pirate the game. It is morally and ethically commendable to pirate games from Ubisoft, but that's neither here or there. If you want to buy the full game with all of the DLCs and all of that kind of stuff, you're gonna look at probably $90. Actually, no, wait, $104. There it says $104 to buy Anno 1800 with all of the DLCs. So I would definitely not pay $104 for Anno with all of the DLCs, Anno 1800 with all of the DLCs. I would just pirate it. But if we are being realistic, then I would say Anno, the base game of Anno, is worth probably $40 to $45. I would pay $40 to $45 for Anno 1800. So that then leaves the question, well, how much is this game worth? If Anno 1800 is worth $40 to $45, how much is this game worth? I would say this game is probably worth $20, maybe $25. I honestly wouldn't pay too much more than $20 to $25 for this game, just because the replayability of this game is like much less than what it is with Anno or even Tropico, because this game doesn't have random generation or map generation. And that's a really big issue. The fact that this game doesn't have random generation or map generation or map customization of any way, shape or form, that's a big issue, because you are not going to be able to play this game more than 3 or 4 times on each of the different maps before you run out of content. Like playing the same map over and over with exactly the same map layout and exactly the same resources on the map, that is gonna get old very quickly. So that is a big issue with this game. The fact that the game doesn't have map generation or RNG in the maps, that is a big issue. And that is why I wouldn't pay more than $20 or $25 for this game. The game isn't bad. It is worse than Anno, obviously. But like I said, Anno is double the price of this game. Even though I don't know the price of this game. The game releases in 2 days. But I would say that this game is gonna cost probably around $25. And I would pay $20 or $25 for this game. If it costs more, if they are crazy and they charge $35 for this game, then that's just insane. But hopefully they're not insane. Hopefully they charge a reasonable amount, which would be $20 or $25. And yeah, I mean, I can recommend the game for $20 or $25. You just have to realize that you're not going to get anywhere close to the amount of replayability out of this game than what you can get out of something like ANNO or Tropico or any of those types of games. I also don't like the fact that you have to run around with your ships constantly to loot the different flotsam and jetsam and that kind of stuff. If you could tell your fleet or even a single ship to patrol the area, like patrol from one area to another, for the flotsam and jetsam, that would be much better, but you can't do that. The game doesn't allow you to do that, so I don't like that at all. You also can't zoom out enough. Like this is the maximum zoom that you can get, the maximum zooming out, and it's simply not enough. In a naval battle, it's simply not enough zooming out. You can zoom in quite a lot. This is the maximum zooming in that you can do, which is nice and everything, but you should be able to zoom out more than this, to be honest. And yeah, like I said, the game doesn't have the tutorial, which obviously is going to be an issue for anyone who hasn't played these types of games. What the hell is going on here? Was my base attacked? How was my base attacked? This one didn't take damage, and this one didn't take damage, and none of my ships took damage. So how the hell are these damaged? What the hell happened? The saboteurs are wreaking havoc. What the fuck? What the hell is a saboteur, and how do I get the saboteur? You see, this is why a tutorial would be really nice. Even these buildings over here are damaged. How do you repair buildings? Like, I don't see a way to repair buildings. Like, this one is damaged, but there's no way to repair. You see, like, fucking hell, this game, the fact that they don't have a tutorial is really irritating. Honestly, the best thing about this game is the music. The music is really good. Much better than Tropico, even though Tropico has fantastic music. But this game's music is better than Tropico's music, and it is certainly better than ANNO's music. But really, $20 to $25 is not a reason to buy a game just for the music. You know, this game is exceptional with the music, but it is mediocre with basically everything else. And honestly, the fact that this game doesn't have RNG and doesn't allow you to customize the map and has basically no replayability in the maps is probably going to make me never play this game again. All this game makes me want to do is it makes me want to play more ANNO or Tropico. Like that's literally, that's all this game makes me want to do. It makes me want to play a better game of this type, like ANNO or Tropico. And I own both of those games, so that's probably what's going to happen. I'm probably just gonna end up uninstalling this game after this video and playing ANNO or Tropico again. And yeah, the developers could improve the situation a little bit by allowing you to customize a map, adding random generation to a map, random map seeds even. Map seeding would be really nice. Choosing a island at the beginning is nice, but going the route of ANNO, where they give you a single ship loaded with resources, that's even better. I like that a lot. So yeah, honestly, the game can be made a lot better, but I don't think this game, no matter how much effort these developers put in, I don't think this game will ever be able to reach the fun and the content and the replayability that Anno or Tropico has. But yeah, like I said, if they're just asking $25, then that's fine. You know, that's totally fine. You're paying half as much for this game as you are for another game like Tropico or Anno, so that's understandable. But if you want the based city builder type game like this, then I would go for Anno or for Tropico. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not a bad game, but it is definitely inferior to other games in the genre. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Probably I will upload this video about a day before the game actually releases. I will update my Steam review once the game actually releases, and I will put a text review available on Steam as well. So even though I don't know the price of the game currently, like I say, if it's $25, then you can go ahead and buy the game on Steam. If it's more than that, if it's like $35, then honestly I would just wait until Anno goes on sale and grab Anno for like $20. It goes on sale very regularly for $20. And once you have the base game, or even you don't even need to do that, you can just pirate the entire game. But what I usually do is I buy the base game, like I've bought the base game of Anno 1800, and then I just pirate the DLC. The DLC is exceptionally easy to pirate, so I would say that Anno is totally worth $20, $25, $30. But the additional $50, $60 of DLC that the game has is simply unconscionable. So you can just unlock all of the DLC for a game like Anno very easily. It even works with other games like Sims 4 and any game that really has egregious DLC practices. You can just buy the base game and then unlock all of the DLCs with Cream API or various other unlockables. So yeah, you can definitely do that. But like I say, if they are asking anything below $30, then this game is fine. Anything above that is just not worth it, in my opinion. There are simply better games on the market. So yeah, thanks for the developers for sending me a key. A lot of times I don't receive keys from developers, and in those instances I rely on you guys to buy games for reviews on the channel. On an average month I spend anywhere from $100 to $300 sometimes dollars in a month on various games to do reviews for the channel. So I would not be able to do that if it wasn't for your support on Patreon. So if you want to see more content and more reviews from me, then supporting me on patreon.com/LFP is a very good way to allow me to do more reviews for you guys. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.